I'm not usually one for tech reviews, I like to watch them rather than make them, but I felt moved to make something to talk about the DJI Pocket 2 that I'm using right now to film on. So, I'm Christopher Walker for Closely Observed World, and this is my brief tech review. If you're watching this video, you're probably thinking about making the purchase already. I certainly was when I watched a whole host of videos about the DJI Pocket 2 myself. I wanted something that I could carry around with me, that would do a good job of filming, that would make my life as a vlogger easier. I also wanted something that I could slip into my pocket. I've got a Canon EOS RP, which I absolutely love for stills, but for video it's just a bit unwieldy. So I was looking for something more pocketable, more portable, and eventually I landed on this gizmo. So if you're thinking about getting it, get it. You won't be disappointed. It's a marvellous piece of kit. So I'm going to tell you a little bit more about it and what made me choose this over, say, a GoPro. And then I'm going to give you a couple of warnings about the DJI Pocket 2. They're not things that should stop you from buying one for yourself, but they are things that you need to be aware of before you get too far into it. So first let's talk about feature set. I don't know much about the feature set. I don't really care, to be honest. I watched a lot of tech reviews where the presenters did an admirable job of testing out every last feature, and there are all sorts. You can hook this up by a sort of Wi-Fi connection to your phone and control it there. You can do some sort of time lapse and hyperlapse and everything like that. And it's fantastic, and I'm sure I will get into that one day. But what I like most of all is being able to walk along the street holding this thing and talking to it. It's like a friend. It listens, and it listens in very good detail. The video quality, as you can see from this video and from others, is top-notch. I'm recording using the Pro setting in 4K at 30p, not because I think that's probably the best option, but because it's the one I've been using so far and I like it. I might start fiddling around with other settings. I know that there's a log format that you can use if you want to do color grading later, but I don't really like post-production very much. Editing my videos together is the worst part of the job. I'd much rather be recording content and waffling on at length than having to sit through watching myself. Frankly, I don't know how you guys stand it. Here in Poland, the Pocket 2 retails at about 1,700 zloty. I don't know where that is in your currency. Maybe you could use a currency converter to find out. But it is fair whack. It's quite an expensive piece of kit. But then it's new on the market. So what do you expect? I had thought about buying something else instead, like the GoPro Hero, maybe the 7, I don't know. Or even, there was something, what was it? There's a little clip-on jobby, the Insta360 or something like that. Or Insta Go maybe, I forget. But it looked tiny, and it looked like the sort of thing you could wear if you're running around playing football. And I thought, I don't run around and play football very much. I don't take my bike out very much. I'm not an adventure sports sort of person. So, what's the use of a GoPro? So I didn't think I needed something like an action cam really. What I wanted was something that I could hold, have in front of me, and talk to. And that's what I've got. But if you're going to buy the DJI Pocket 2, don't go for the basic version. I think it's a mistake to do that. Instead, pay the extra and get what I think they call the Creator Combo. I paid about 2,300 zloty to get the whole pack. And for me, the extras are an essential part. You can't really do without them. So what do you get? Well, first of all, you get this little plastic thing that goes on the front, which is a wide-angle lens adapter. So this is without, that's the wide-angle lens removed. You can see the limit of where you can see on the side, and I just pop it back on. It's kind of magnetic, and now you can see that there's a little bit more elbow room out on the side. When, like me, you like holding the Pocket 2 at about arm's length, can make a big difference. Another thing, and probably even more essential than the wide angle lens converter, is the handle that pops onto the bottom. Now, I don't exactly have the most manly hands in the world, my hands are quite small, but I reckon that if I was carrying the Pocket 2 in its original form factor, I would struggle just a little bit. It's a dinky little thing. The handle extends it at the bottom, and I'm told it adds to the battery life. Now, battery life is an issue on this thing. If you're recording at 4K, I always record in 4K, even though I don't have any 4K video devices at home. I don't have like a TV that way. You know, I'm future-proofing my videos a little bit. But if you record at 4K, whew, the battery goes quickly. So I've got a 128 gigabyte video card here. Make sure you get the right kind of video card as well, because there's not one included, so you need to add that to your budget. So that was another 120 zloty. I bought two cards. The first one I didn't check carefully enough, but when I put it into this device it said, sorry, too slow. So I went to the shop and bought another one. I think it says V30, so it's designed for videos. It's micro SD, and now everything's sorted. I've put the other card in my phone, so I've got extra storage there. So you do need to get that sorted. And what else do you get in the Creator Combo Pack? Well, we've got that wide angle lens that I spoke about. We've got the handle, which extends the battery life. I tend to have to carry a charger or a battery pack around with me because it goes quickly, believe me. Zapraszam, nie mówię po polsku. You do draw some attention. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the battery pack. What else do you get? Well, the handle also adds the Wi-Fi functionality, and if you want to do any kind of remote recording using your phone, you need it. So that doesn't come with the basic version of the Pocket, so get that for that. You also get a wireless microphone pack. Now, I bought something like that. It was, gosh, who made it? I think it might also have been DJI, I'm not sure. But it was a little wireless pack for my camera. To be honest, since buying this, I haven't used the camera for recording video at all. There just doesn't seem to be the need. But you get a little wireless microphone and a dead cat to go with that. And to be honest, I haven't used it even once. It's still in the box. And why haven't I used the microphone pack, you may well ask? I mean, it looks very easy to set up, so it must just be laziness on my part, right? Well, it's partly that, but more, I just don't feel like I need it right now. As long as there's not too much noise around me. The microphone on the Pocket 2 is sensationally good for a built-in microphone. And there are 4 of them, in fact. There's one facing me, 2 on the sides, and 1 around the back of the unit, or the front, depending on which way you're facing. And they do a great job of recording the sound. So I'm sure that if I wanted to, you know, give a more, I don't know, atmospheric effect or a little bit more intimacy in the recording, I would certainly switch to that. But I just don't see the need right now. I'm happy just to take this as it is and go around with it. Also in the Creator Pack you get a little screw-on tripod that fits on the bottom. Again, I haven't used that because I'm more into hand holding than going around with a tripod or using it to stand it up on something. I haven't needed it yet, but if I want to do a hyperlapse or, you know, time lapse or anything like that, it'll be useful. And you also get a couple of little control things that stick onto the front. I can't remember if those come included with the regular pack or not, but if I want to, you know, turn the camera to the side a little bit, go from side to side, go up and down, you can control it all from the joystick and then recenter it quite easily like that with the press of the button. So that's all the stuff I can think of that comes in the Creator Combo Pack. If you're going to get the Pocket 2, you have to get that. However, still a word of warning is called for. So what is that word of warning? Well, this doesn't really apply if you're an iPhone user, but if, like me, you're an Android sort of person, it doesn't quite make sense to me. When you get the DJI Pocket, DJI want you to activate it, but you have to do this with a physical connection. Even if you've got the handle which has the Wi-Fi connection, you're still expected to physically connect this device to your Android device, be it phone or tablet. I don't think it really matters. But they only offer two forms of connection. We've got two little dongles, one of which would fit your iPhone, and the other one is micro USB-C. Is it micro, or they're always that way? I don't know, I'm not a tech guru. My phone doesn't have USB-C. I wish it did. It takes an absolute age to charge. I like the phone. It's the Samsung Galaxy A7 2018 model. Has a fantastic wide-angle lens, and I love it for taking photos when I'm out and about and I don't want to be lumbered with a big camera. But I had to borrow my wife's phone because she's got USB-C on hers. So I had to download the DJI program, which is about 300 megabytes. So I had to fill up her memory space on her phone. I don't like using other people's phones, because then you get to see how poorly organized they are. You've got icons all over and you're like, where's the Google Play shortcut? Frustrating. Didn't really appreciate it. So thanks DJI for that, having to get me to go and beg to use my wife's phone so that I could activate the product that I was so eager to use. It left a foul taste in the mouth. I was so excited. When my wife was out when this arrived, I wanted to unpack it and start using it straight away. But when I turned it on, it said, connect to activate. 5 attempts left. I was like, what's this? So I touched the screen, then turned it off, and when it turned on again, 4 attempts left. Oh, stressed me out. DJI, don't do that to your customers. So if you don't have something with USB-C connection, you either need to buy a dongle adapter, something USB-C to USB-A or mini USB or whatever it is you've got, or, I'm sad to say, just don't buy this product. I haven't actually had to connect it to anything since, because I've got the Wi-Fi through the handle. So it's only to activate the product. This isn't the first DJI product that I've had. I've also got a gimbal that I used to use with my mobile phone, but I don't bother with that anymore because this is far superior. It used to be really cumbersome having this gimbal, having to fit the phone in, balance just right, with a lavalier microphone plugged into the microphone socket at the end of the phone. I looked an absolute idiot walking around the town with that thing. It was enormous by the time I was finished with it. And now that I have my phone in one of these wallet cases, it would be even more work to get set up. I love this device. The Pocket 2 is without a doubt the single most important piece of kit in my arsenal now. I love the EOS RP. The picture quality is magnificent, but I don't like taking it around with me everywhere. It's probably why I bought a micro 4/3 camera a few years ago, until I got a little bit disappointed with the picture quality. The other thing now is that I'm desperate to go travelling everywhere and anywhere. I don't care where, because I want to take this with me. I've recorded some absolute nonsensical videos, as you can see from this channel. I've recorded me walking home because it's such a joy. I just love it. And I think that's the most important thing. If you love it, you're gonna get it. If you get it, you're gonna love it. That's a tautology. It doesn't make much sense, but I guess that's the best thing for me to finish with. If you're the sort of person who might like the DJI Pocket 2, you will love it. The stabilization is mwah, kisses, chef's kiss, that's it, isn't it? Chef's kiss, mwah. The stabilization, the picture quality, mwah. Having to physically connect it to the to your phone to get it started, DJI don't do that sort of thing. Everything else is just perfection itself. And I'll stop there. Thank you for watching.